And I realize I actually just said comparison is the thief of joy, but I did actually go back and look at some stats.
Yeah. Good.
And I went back and looked and compared Caleb not to his draft class, but instead to Jared Goff in the first 8 weeks under Ben Johnson when Ben Johnson took over in 2022 as offensive coordinator. The numbers are eerily similar.
Yeah.
And they both took 12 sacks. They're both kind of hovering in the low 90s as far as passer rating goes. What else did I look up? 7-ish yards per attempt through the air yards per attempt. So it's just a matter, I think, of still understanding Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson is the type of coach that wants you to think like him. He wants you to see the game the way he sees it. That's the way that you get this cohesion that you then saw last year, the year before even, with Ben Johnson and Jared Goff. That didn't happen overnight. That took a while. And may I remind you yet again, the Lions started 1-6 when Ben Johnson took over. And this was after they went 3-13-1. So you can imagine how desperate the Detroit fan base was for some wins, to see any sort of improvement. The Bears aren't in that situation. The Bears have 4 wins under their belt through the first 8 weeks. And that's okay. This, again, I keep saying, like Ben Johnson said, they're going to be playing their best football in December. We need to hold him at his word until we see that that hasn't happened yet. So Caleb Williams is middle of the pack too. Like when you talk league wide as well, like EPA per dropback EPA, passing EPA, he is almost aggressively average when it comes to going up against the other qualified passers in the league this year. There's nothing to say that, he can't get better. This isn't his ceiling. This isn't how Caleb Williams wants to play. Caleb Williams gets to the podium every week saying, I didn't play that well. And sometimes that's not even true. Sometimes I feel like he's being even harder on himself than he needs to be. But this is all kind of a part of an offensive overhaul that you just need to have a little bit more patience with. And so I think, again, not that you need to compare things, not that you need to, I'm not saying that Caleb Williams is going to turn into Jared Goff. They're both wildly different quarterbacks. But all I want to do is try to illustrate, hey, it didn't click right away for Jared Goff either. And look at him now. He's one of the, he's in the MVP conversation every year at this point. He has a completion rate of over 70%. He's known for his accuracy at this point. And that's something that can happen for Caleb too, where he can get to closer to his ceiling. You just need to give it a little bit more time under Ben.